Welcome to my car, folks. Welcome to the second installment of watching me tell jokes in my car. Yeah, I appreciate you all coming out today and watching this. It means a lot to me. So, yeah, we're just waiting on a few more people to join, and we'll get everything going. I miss all you folks in Texas. Enjoy wearing masks now. Welcome to the party. And, yeah, I'd say let's get this thing off and going, okay? So, for those of you who don't know, I came out to LA to do stand-up comedy about 8 months ago. I'm currently living in my car. That's the way the situation is right now. It's a little bit fucked up, but that's the way it is, okay? That's why we're doing this installment from in my car right now. I'll tell you one thing I have realized straight off the bat during this quarantine. I'm too old for TikTok, okay? I'm too old for TikTok. I'm 43 years old. I'm very sure that if I end up on TikTok, I'm going to end up on a watch list. That's how it's going to work. I can't do TikTok. I can't dance. You people have seen me dance. I can't dance at all. TikTok's not for me, okay? I mean, back in the day, this car's seen some action. I used to be an Uber driver, okay? I've done Uber. I'm not doing Uber anymore. Fuck that now. We're not going to do that in this climate. But I'll tell you the best trick when you're an Uber driver and you've got an accent like me, you're an Australian. All the time I used to get people in the back and they'd sit in the back behind me over there and they'd say, "So how long you been driving for Uber? How long you been driving?" 4 days, mate. Can't believe they let me drive. Steering wheel should be over here. Pedals are nice and fucked up. They're all back to front. And you just watch people shit their brakes. Okay? It's crazy. No, I've really seen some... I want to get it right off the bat. I just want to let you guys know that I have 2 lazy eyes. It is a little bit tricky. Okay? I've got 2 lazy eyes. And it's tired and it's at the end of the day. So these things are going to be looking all over the place. Okay? I'm going to do my best to keep it on point. One of these. Okay? But I did see karma actually hit somebody in the face today. It was one of the best things I've seen in my life. I'm down at Rite Aid, down the corner down here. For you Texans, Walgreens, CVS, whatever you want to call it. The lady in front of me, she's one of these super paranoid coronavirus people. I'm back 10 feet. I actually walked back another 5 because she kept turning around and looking at me while I was in the line. Okay? She kept checking out my shit. Now, the geniuses at Rite Aid, they're not very bright, so what they've gone and done is they've gone and made 10-foot square, 10-foot social distancing spots, but when you get to the till, everybody's right next to each other. So I land up right next to paranoid lady, and she's freaking the fuck out. She's losing her shit. She's pulling her stuff away, and I'm like, "Would you just get out of my way, lady? I'm all right." And she's giving me the stink eye the whole time, like I'm some sort of walking Ebola victim. Okay? Finally, she checks out. Now she's got to walk past me to get to the door, so she freaks the fuck out and goes all the way around the shop, 25 feet, just to get around me. Now, I've checked out at that point, and now we're both making a break for the door. Hey, Claire, we're both making a break for the door. At that point, she goes for the entrance door, hits the fucking rug, groceries everywhere, falls on her ass. Karma works quick these days, folks. That's all I got to tell you. Karma works quick. It's a little bit hot around here. That's why I'm sweating like a fucking pregnant chick at a barbecue. I'm sorry about that. It's just 85 degrees here in LA right now, and I'm going to end up sweating a little bit. No, everybody's lost their job. I lost my job about 6 weeks ago. I got furloughed. I love your system. I had to mail my unemployment in, so I'm probably going to get my unemployment in about 2027. I expect to get my unemployment check. It really has taken a while. All right. I don't have faith in the government system in that way. I mean, I have bad luck. I jammed a fucking Coinstar machine yesterday. Okay? Now, for those of you who are poor enough to know what a Coinstar machine is, that's where poor people take their last $5 when they need to get some dignity and turn it into a $5 note, and where rich people take their coin collections from their grandpa. Okay? That's what the poor people do. And I jammed that thing. Now, what's more aggravating is having to hang around because I hadn't got my voucher yet, so I had to stand around for 2.5 hours for a fucking technician to arrive. And then he finally, he was thinking, well, what are you waiting for, mate? $4.65. That's what I was waiting for, mate. I'm sorry. I mean, that's what it comes down to. I'm a big bloke. I mean, I don't know if you can tell from the amazing kind of setup I've gotten here that I do tend to fill a car, okay? Which means I've got big bloke problems, all right? My big bloke problem right now is I'm between belt holes. Now, if you know what I mean by being between fucking belt holes, okay? Whenever you see a fat buddy of yours get into a restaurant and undo his belt, it's not good. Well, it's because he's fat, okay? But it's because he has a standing belt hole and a sitting belt hole, okay? A standing belt hole and a sitting belt hole, all right? Have some fucking compassion for your fat buddies, okay? When you're in between those two belt holes, you can't go eating dinner in a standing position. In your standing belt hole, it makes you feel like you're about to shit yourself. You can't do that. And you can't get too loose standing up because your fucking drawers will fall down. Common problem for fat guys, okay? Driving around yesterday, I get cut off by a guy. This arsehole cuts me off in a red Corvette with a license plate banging. I'll tell you right now, the only people banging dudes who drive Corvettes is other dudes who like Corvettes. And maybe 46-year-old ex-strippers, okay? The ones with that, like, 6-day boat tan who've been sitting out in the lake all summer. Those ones. Just play a little bit of Def Leppard. You can figure them out in the nightclubs. Just wait for a head wobble when you play Pour Some Sugar on Me. That works out just fine, okay? Oh, there's one other category. Tier 2 Eastern European hookers. And if you're wondering what Tier 2 is, Tier 1 is tits and teeth. Tier 2, just the tits. Fucking teeth look like a rugby player. They're all jingly dangly up top here. Okay? That's what you've got to worry about when you've got a Corvette. For some of you who are wondering what this sign is behind me here, my sole source of income right now is what we're doing right here, okay? So if you want to see another one of these, feel free to donate to my Venmo at TXAussieDan, PayPal at TXAussieDan@gmail.com, or Cash App at TXAussieDan. I really appreciate the help if you can help make these things possible. It literally puts food on my table right now. Getting back to this, though. What I have been doing is I've gone down a YouTube rabbit hole recently, okay? I've gone down a YouTube rabbit hole. Normal porn doesn't work for me anymore. I've gone to the end of YouPorn at this point, okay? I've got a new thing. I'm going to let you in on it. I'm going to tell you a little secret. I'm going to let you in on my new secret right now. Ladder porn. Ladder porn, okay? When you sit there, you can watch it for hours, watching home construction people fucking go ass up off a fucking ladder. And that's the problem. When you go stack it off a ladder, you hit everything on the way down, okay? You hit everything. It is the funniest fucking thing in the world. I watched people fall off ladders for 3.5 hours the other night. That's how fucking bored I was, okay? 3.5 hours. John Eagle Eye, get naked. Okay, I've been sitting here and I've been watching all this other social media. I can tell you right now, no one is enjoying this pandemic any more than Arnold Schwarzenegger. Have you seen this fucking guy? And his bloody llamas? He has llamas in the kitchen, at the breakfast table. He's that fucking rich. I tell you, Arnold Schwarzenegger is heading into Michael Jackson territory with his bloody monkeys, okay? Just think of that llama as a monkey. That's exactly what it is, all right? That's exactly what that thing is, okay? I tell you what I've also picked up while I've been sitting around here. I've now got email PTSD from this fucking thing, okay? I've got email PTSD. I get triggered now when I get an email because I'm worried that whatever video I click on is going to have a big black dude with a massive cock like a Pringles can at the end of it, and I'm going to shit myself. I can't open anything anymore. I'm worried about the last 5 seconds. I'm waiting for that big dick moment That guy is everywhere. All over my email stream. Okay? I must get 5 messages a day. And it all ends with that guy just going, whoop, with his big cock. I don't know what I can do about it. Oh shit, it's hot in here, folks. It's like a steam bath. Okay, but we got to keep the noise out because Sunset Boulevard is literally right behind me. Okay, so the other one that's a bit issue around here, I ran into the other day. I'm sitting here in the parking lot where I'm parked, and I could hear this sound in my ear, and it's ear splitting, and I couldn't put my finger on it straight away, and then I figured out what it was. Some asshole is sitting there teaching their kid how to play the fucking recorder in the middle of a pandemic. Who does this? Which Antichrist does this? Unleashes a recorder on an enclosed household? Who does this? What demon at a school sends a recorder out for your child to learn while you're in an enclosed space? I don't know who would do that. You people with kids, can you imagine your kid trying to play the fucking recorder? No way. It's the worst thing in the entire world. I don't know why would you do that. I don't know what you would do that. I'll tell you one thing though. Living in a car has turned me into a little bit of a homeless snob. When you look at the other homeless people, you're like, look at these fucking people. I'm like, I'm in a car, dude. I can't get too fucking worried about that. I'm in a car the whole time. Okay? I mean, I used to do a lot of traveling, and I don't know how many of you use Airbnb, but I was stuck up in Dallas for about 6 months, and I ended up using Airbnb up there. It worked out fantastic the whole time. I am completely freaked out by total strangers now. And then a thing came out where they said that people were hiding video cameras inside clock radios in Airbnbs. So to combat that, every time I checked into an Airbnb, I stood in front of the clock radio and I did a quick striptease. Not like pole dancing striptease, but like, you know what, towel between your legs, give it the good old heave-ho. That kind of dance. Because I tell you one thing right now, if you see me stripping in front of your clock radio, you'll never fucking spy on people ever again. Never again. That's how that's going to work. Oh my God. So, for those of you who don't know, I grew up in a small town. Very, very small town. With 31 people, okay? One street, Middle Street, we talked about it last time I did this. One street, Middle Street makes no sense. Number 6 on Middle Street makes even less sense. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm sober. Yeah, I had 2 shots of bourbon before we started this, so I'm not completely sober, Jordan Blackwell. Anyway, basically, I live in a small town. Then I got to move to the Big Smoke, 6,000 more people, okay? So now I'm in my 6,000 person town. What was the worst thing you drank when you were a young fella? When you were in your 16 years old, 14, 15, 16, whatever year that you started drinking, okay? What was the worst thing you drank? Some of you Australians are going to say Passion Pop. Some of you Americans are going to say fucking Bacardi Breezes or something like that. When I grew up, we had this thing called Nikov. Now, Nikov was the nastiest fucking invention on the planet, okay? Nikov was vodka and orange in a cask, in a box, okay? So for $7.50 back in 1994, you could get 4 litres of pre-mixed vodka and orange for $7.50, and it was the nastiest piece of shit liquor you've ever seen, okay? Horrible shit, all right? But if you walked into a party at 16 years old with a case of Nikov, you're an instant celebrity. You might even get a handy out the back. That's about the limit of what I was getting back then, but that's what you might get, okay? And let me help you out, America. While you're inventing space shuttles, Australia invented boxed wine, okay? The whole Nikov concept was behind us. And the best thing about drinking Nikov is you can get absolutely hammered. And at the end, you just rip out the bag. And now you have a nice pillow for your head. That's a life hack right there from Australia. You're welcome, America. That's all about us right there, okay? So, in the world of social distancing, one thing it has done of late, okay? One thing social distancing has done is it has cut down on road rage. Have you tried to get into road rage with social distancing? I cut a guy off the other day. He's like, come over here. And I said, I can't. You're going to have to yell at me from over here. So I'm yelling at this guy over here. He's trying to be 10 feet away and trying to posture up on me going, I'm going to fuck you up. I said, in 3 to 4 weeks, when the quarantine gets lifted, I'll be back here, son. That's how that's going to work out. Okay? You can't road rage somebody in this shit. My dad, I just spoke to him in Australia, and for those of you who've met my father, he is an aggressive man. I think someone told me once before it's the most terrified, and they've never laughed so much while being terrified in their entire life. That was meeting my dad. Okay? He got in a road rage this morning, and I told him, I said, you can't go and hit the guy. You'll be fucking inside his 6 feet. I don't know what your reach is like as a boxer, but it isn't that good. I'm not sure if some of you have noticed, but you can't, when you watch a zombie movie and there's someone running in a gas mask to get away from a zombie, or someone's walking, or someone's running fast with their little mask on to try and get away from whatever the hell is happening, have you tried to run in a mask? Have you tried that? I tried to walk in one the other day and got knocked up. Okay? You can't run in PPE. Alright? You'll have a fucking heart attack. Okay? I'm in here sweating. Like I said, I'm sweating like a pregnant chick at an August barbecue in Houston. But that's because I've got the windows shut so you can't hear the traffic. Okay? I don't usually sweat this much. It's hot as balls in here. Okay? Alright? Let me just check something real quick. Okay. So, I've been watching a lot of Al Jazeera. Okay, I know some of you, particularly the Republican guys, are going, no. I'm watching this for material. Okay? And I'm watching these two guys interview. They're in Jakarta the other day. And they're interviewing this guy in an Indonesian bat restaurant. And he's the head chef. And he's just sitting there, just going, bam, 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 cutting the heads off fucking bats. And he's looking at the guy who's interviewing him going, I don't know about this coronavirus shit, but I think it's going to be bad for my business. I'm not exactly sure. And he's sitting there and he's just bang, bang, bang. There's fucking blood and shit flying everywhere. The cameraman is peeling back and back and back and back and back. Okay? Hold on. We've got to move the Ford Explorer studio for just a second. We're running in the sunlight. Oh, that's magic right there. Check that shit out. That's exactly how we did it right there. We moved the studio. That's some legit shit right there. Okay? Magic. All right? So what have we done so far? Let me just go over where we've been, okay? For you people that just turned up, I'll give you a quick recap right now. I'm sweating like a pregnant chick because I got the windows up and it's fucking hot outside. I'm too old for TikTok. I used to drive Uber and I used to fuck with people who get on the wrong side of the car. My eyes are batshit because I've got two crazy eyes. Karma was a bitch at Rite Aid this morning and fucked up a lady whose name was probably Karen. I mailed my unemployment in, so I should get a check in probably about 4 to 6 years. I jammed a Coinstar machine yesterday and didn't kill myself. I'm between belt holes because I'm a fat bastard. I got cut off by a guy in a Corvette yesterday, and the only people who fuck people in Corvettes are strippers and old hookers from Eastern Europe. I've been watching ladder porn on the internet. That's worked out great for me. Arnold and his llamas give me the shits because they're having too much fun in the fucking pandemic. I've got email PTSD from the guy with the big cock looking like a Pringles can all the time looking at me. I watched a guy teach recorder to his kid in a quarantine. I'm burnt. It's turned me into a homeless snob. I grew up on Nikov and I've been having flashbacks to fucking box wine vodka. I got in a road rage at 10 feet. I hate running in PPE. And I'm emotionally scarred from watching a guy at an Indonesian bat restaurant cover everybody in fucking blood. That's where we are so far. We've got more jokes to come, but that's where we are so far. I want to remind you guys again, I don't have a job right now. So raising money through comedy is my sole source of income. You're literally putting food on my table tonight. If you wish to donate, the details are right here. My Venmo, TX Aussie Dan. My PayPal, TX Aussie. Dan@gmail.com and Cash App at TXAussie. Dan, if you can help out, it's much appreciated. I'm literally singing for my supper tonight. Okay? I appreciate that a lot. Now, let's get to the dark stuff. Okay? Let's get to the dark stuff. There's no, so since imagine, just think of people who are out of work because of this. Okay? Myself included. All right? A lot of people I know are out of work. All right? Just think, somewhere in the Middle East, there's a guy who just finished Suicide Bomber Academy in mid-March and was ready to become a martyr. And he can't find a crowd. Poor man is sitting in his mother's basement playing PlayStation every week and he can't find any way to blow himself up. Okay? That's the problem, all right? He can't find anybody to blow himself up. It's horrible, all right? A little bit of darkness. For those of you who've watched Tiger King, that's been out lately, okay? If you worked in the Middle East with me, you'd know that every second contractor is exactly what Joe Exotic looks like. But it got me to thinking, all these other networks, Stars, Cinemax, fucking HBO, everybody now is looking for their own Joe Exotic, okay? Can you imagine the pitch meetings that are going on right now? They're going to find some guy with a guinea pig fucking zoo and say, hey, sir, how you doing? Are you a little bit rednecky? Have you tried meth? We're going to add a little bit of meth, just a little bit of meth to your work environment. I'm going to bring in these two straight guys who might blow you if you give them a bit of meth. All we want to see is a bit of guinea pig action in the background, okay? So Guinea Pig King on the Crackle Network is a fucking viable concept. I can tell you that may happen, okay? I hope you're not crying because I made you sad, okay? Folks, I tell you one thing right now. I mean, you can't make things up around here. Today, I traded a gram of weed for a roll of toilet paper. That happened 25 minutes ago. Just there, over there, I did that, okay? That's what it's come to in California, all right? Trading weed for toilet paper, okay? The last of my weed, by the way. But anyway, folks, I appreciate all of you coming in tonight. I've only got about 20 minutes of material. I do appreciate it, but what I want to leave you with is something that you can use tomorrow at work, okay? I want to teach you how to speak Australian because look at this. I haven't got much to work with, but I'm still getting laid with my accent, okay? So let me help you out right now, all right? You just have to say these words at home in your house right now in your accent, not trying to sound Australian. Just use your natural fucked up American accent, okay? Good, and might, as in I might get up and do this again in 2 weeks if I'm not completely destitute, okay? So put them all together. Good eye, mate. Now you sound Australian, all right? That's the best I can do for you, folks. Now you sound Australian, okay? Folks, I do appreciate you coming out and watching my comedy today, okay? I'll be back in 2 weeks with 2 weeks of brand new material. I'll be doing this again. Thank you very much for your support. Please donate if you like to donate to the cause. If you want to see me do this again, I really do appreciate it, okay? Thank you very much, folks. Have a great night. Be safe, stay healthy, and get away from this corona shit. We'll all get back to work soon. Good night. Bye.